What's up guys, Xbox Kid here, and today I got a review for you of Devil May Cry 4 for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC. I just completed the game, I'm fresh off beating it, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. It's not my favorite in the franchise, 3 remains my favorite, though it may still be the most brutal. But overall I enjoyed 4 quite a bit, so let's get right off to it. For the first half of the game or so, you play as young knight Nero, as well as in the later half of the game, and not the series stalwart Dante, though you do get to play as him later on in the game. And both are very fun characters. Nero is, of course, the biggest change to the game, and he plays quite a bit differently than Dante has in the past. I gotta say, I did enjoy playing as him, though you do shift over characters about halfway through, and it's a little awkward at first. But overall, it's a lot of fun. The story goes that you play that Nero, who's a member of the Order of the Sword, a religious organization that happens to worship Dante's father, Sparta. Dante basically comes through the roof of what is basically their place of worship, this church here, and basically just shoots their religious leader in the head, which of course Nero steps up, and from then on, basically, he just goes on chasing Dante throughout about the first half of the game. But later on, you get to play as him. I don't want to say any more, as I don't want to reveal too much about the story. It's a fairly good story, but there can be some cheesy lines every now and again. Overall, though, I enjoyed the story quite a bit, and it was very fun to play through. And I'm probably going to play through it again in a little bit. I don't know. The cutscenes remain as good looking as ever. In fact, I'm going to go a step further and say the whole game is a great looking game overall. The only thing that doesn't look so great is the shadows. Like, you're going to notice them sort of moving around a bit, and there's one level in particular, the forest level, where you could see all the shadows in the trees and everything, where this would particularly kind of tick me off. Overall, it never becomes too big an issue, and it never hinders the game in any real way. The combat system is excellent, and to be honest, I liked Nero, but I especially enjoyed playing as Dante, as his combat styles have now been moved to the D-pad on the controller, which makes switching to them on the fly easy, which is awesome because you can switch mid-combat. There's plenty of weapons and stuff to collect for Dante, and overall he's an awesome character to play as. Nero, he's interesting, and the main thing about him is his demonic arm, which you can use, of course, to grab enemies from far away, smash them into the ground, and overall it's really fun to use. But me personally, I enjoyed playing as Dante more, though it was a bit of an awkward shift switching over to Dante at that midway point. The main problem the game has is retreading old ground, though. You see, by mission 11 in the game, which is halfway through the story, you swap over to Dante, and you basically just go back through all the stages, though in a whole different way. They're rearranged and stuff, sort of, but they're the exact same environments and everything, and you'll go back through them. So it's cool. It's kind of weird. I mean, maybe they didn't have time to put in some other stages, but they could have been a bit more creative, I think. And basically, it really just amounts to backtracking throughout the entire game, which seems kind of lazy. The boss battles, however, are probably some of the best in the series' history, even if you do fight some of them 3 times. Actually, I think a couple of them more. But overall, this never hinders the game. The combat's just so fun and so fluid that you're probably never going to get tired of it, really, and you're probably just going to be wanting more up until the end. So overall, I'm gonna give this game an 8.9 out of 10. It's good, but the backtracking really detracts from the overall experience, though I don't think it'll hinder your enjoyment of the game too much, and I think if you're a fan of action games, you should definitely pick this up. Alright, so go pick it up, and goodbye.